Hi, welcome back to Mooncake English, where ESL teaching is made easy. If you're new here, then you need to know that I make weekly ESL teaching tip videos to help you improve your English teaching. So if you are teaching ESL online or abroad, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell for weekly ESL teaching tips. Also, real quick, if you are new here, say hi in the comments below and let me know where in the world you're teaching. So today we're going to be talking about shy students and what we should and shouldn't do when teaching them. So without further ado, let's get started. The most important thing to remember when teaching shy students is that as teachers, we're not there to help students overcome their shyness. In fact, our job is to help find ways to support and encourage those students by creating a classroom environment that they feel comfortable in. So it can help to first understand why students don't feel comfortable enough in the class to try new language. So if we can better understand how our students are feeling during class, then we can adjust the way that we're teaching and asking questions to a way that will make them feel more comfortable. Maybe they're afraid of being criticized, or afraid of making a mistake. Maybe they're just scared to talk in groups, or maybe they just don't understand the language being taught. Although it's really easy to get frustrated, sometimes pushing students too much or too quickly can actually just make them shut down. For whatever reason, that student doesn't feel comfortable trying new English language in front of their peers. And this means that we need to try and create a trusting relationship in the classroom where students feel comfortable enough to try. So if we're pushing our student too quickly, then for them, the class just becomes really stressful. Try not to put the spotlight on your shy students. For our shy students, having the focus on them can be really stressful and will most likely just make them shut down. And as the teacher, if you've placed them in that position, then most likely you're going to break any kind of trust that you have built with that student. So what can we do to help build that trusting relationship? Try and incorporate your student's interest into the class. So for example, if you have a student that's really interested in cars, then maybe you'll try and add cars into the lesson that you're teaching. If that doesn't work, then you can also add their interest into a reward system. So for example, every time a student answers a question correctly, then they get a red car. Rather than going for the all or nothing approach, provide some non-verbal or one-word answers that students can use to be part of the conversation. This way, you're building students' confidence over time. Call on your shy students only after first calling on a more confident one, so that they can see an example of how to answer the question. If your student lacks confidence or is afraid of making a mistake, then seeing a peer model the answer correctly can make all the difference. When asking a question, don't rely on students raising their hand, but instead ask questions at random to include your shy students. Otherwise, our shy students just won't raise their hand, never answer a question, and will likely fall behind. Make sure you make your shy students feel needed and part of the group, and try to play up to their strengths. And this might mean that you need to ask easier questions in the beginning to help build up their confidence in front of the group. Be conscious about how and how often you're correcting your shy students. If you're constantly being told that you're doing something incorrectly, then you kind of just don't want to do it anymore. Sometimes, instead of stopping and correcting students, we can actually just repeat back the language in the correct way. Keep things really simple in the beginning by asking A/B questions. So is it a dog or is it a cat? These kinds of questions can help trigger in the student's memory the correct answer and give them the confidence to reply. If your shyest students show the smallest sign of improvement, even the smallest sign of improvement, then make sure that you're giving them lots of encouragement and praise. Because if your shy student is just trying just a little bit, then for them it's really scary, and we want to encourage them to keep trying. Pay attention to how other students in the class are reacting to your shy student. Because if your shy student's answering a question and other students are laughing or making that student feel uncomfortable, then this can shatter their confidence. As teachers, we want to create an encouraging, loving environment where students work together. Most importantly, be patient. Your shy students aren't going to suddenly change overnight. It's going to take some work on the part of the teacher to build that trusting relationship and create an environment where your shy student feels more comfortable to open up in. And make sure that you're communicating with parents and your co-teachers so that everybody in the class is working together to try and help that student. So there you have it, some simple tips to help when teaching shy students. If you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button and comment with the word helpful in the comments below. If you're looking for more fun ESL teaching tip ideas, then make sure you check out some of my other videos right here. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, or if you're looking for some teacher resources such as flashcards or PPT presentations, then make sure you check out the Mooncake English webpage linked below. Other than that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell for more weekly ESL teaching tips from Mooncake.